Okay, you guys, I am about to come back from my break and start my show, so let me press it. You guys are going to see me right here, right now. And here we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am definitely going to be utilizing this portion. This is a behind-the-scenes webcam modeling edition. This will be going over, I think, to my YouTube first and all the rest of my videos. So to my YouTube people, this is specifically for you when you see the behind the scenes. And I'm going to come here and do, these are the top 5 guys to look out for that are not ready to spend any money on you. Top 5 guys in the business, in the webcam modeling industry. That is, for those that don't know, I am Julie Nails. I've been in the industry for over 15 years, and again, wanted to come here and share with you the 5 types of men that are going to waste your time in the business. The number 1 is the freeloader. Just like real life, this is the guy that'll come through, sit there in your show, sit there in your life, and all he will do is just want freebies. He will ask for things. He just sitting around. He doesn't do too much begging, but he does sit around and in hopes that the other guys that are paying and or tipping, that he was able to get a free show. And so this is the type of guy that you want to kind of stay clear of. They can kind of hang out in the back sometimes, but if you notice that they're starting to beg, or they're starting to request, or they're starting to ask of you things and again, they have not tipped, they have not paid, they have not given any contributions, just like real life, any tributes, just like in the business. You remember, you can either ignore them, you do have the block button, things of that kind of way. That's how you can work it. Oops, I'm going to go back through. I forgot, I think I didn't have my sound off. Let's go ahead and turn off my sound, because I forgot that I am, actually, let me stop my show. Let's do that. I forgot that I'm super live. Okay, let's stop my show and we can keep going. I'll come back. So basically, that's the number 1 guy that you want to start. You want to make sure that you stay clear of. And again, you can just go ahead and ignore him. Most sites will give you that option to block, to ban, and I like most sites, they'll give you the option if you can ban them for a day, ban them for 24 hours, ban them for 30 days, or ban them forever. It's really up to you, right? That is the freeloader. Again, how you usually can spot these kind is because they'll make requests. You can also see that they may not have a CC on file or on the site, which means they might not have, they're not a member, they haven't signed up. How do you know this? You can kind of, in most sites, you can hover over the particular user's name, and you can kind of see if they've been a member, if they're there to have paid money or spent money before, if they're brand new. It depends on what type of site you're working on. Sometimes that's indicated in particular colors or particular symbols next to the guy's name, like if they are king or royalty, things of that nature. For those that work or know of strip chat, then it definitely shows you by color and by title of the type of guys that are basically there to actually not waste your time. The second guy that you want to look out for is the beggar. This is the beggar, but the cheapy beggar. Okay, this is the one that is going to tip you 1 token, no more than 5 tokens. Let's go with that, y'all. No more than 5, depending on what you measure as cheap. But for me, these are the guys, just like real life, they're going to do the bare minimum and still expect you to do XYZ for them doing the bare minimum. It's like the guy that takes you out on a date, and because he took you to whatever the heck, they're super duper cheap, he expects you to just possibly put out, or whatever the case is, right? It's along them lines. Stay clear of those guys. You can, because they have tipped, you can lead them by simply saying, oh no, you check out my tip menu. You can tell them, hey, if you want XYZ, there is a price for it. There's a particular price in which I do this, that, and the third, and so that they don't get it confused with, oh, I could just tip whatever and she'll do whatever. You don't want to, I don't think you want to come across like that, right? You want to kind of stay away from the cheapy spenders. Again, just like real life, these are the guys that, in other words, there's a difference between I don't know if I could, I'll just go here, a SADDY, and a sugar, daddy, right? That kind of thing. And so you want to stay clear from them. Remember, all of them you have the option of blocking and banning. It's really up to you. But if they've already tipped, then you can probably just guide them. Keep in mind, some of the guys are new. So if they're just now starting out new, you might want to say something like, hey, I know, are you probably new here? Because you can recognize who's your regulars and who's not, right? So if it's a guy that you're not used to seeing and he's just getting warmed up, he may not be familiar with the site or even how things work. So you don't have to give him such a hard time right away, but you can just check his behavior to see if he's more willing to give, because maybe he just needs the guidance. Maybe he just needs to know, hey, I don't do that for, what you're giving, I'm not, that's not on my tip menu, or I don't do anything below 100 tokens, or I don't do anything below 50, or I don't do anything below 10, or I don't do anything below 5, whatever, you get what I'm saying? So it's really up to you. But again, that's the one you kind of want to look out for, but you have to kind of, I would say, approach it like it's his first time. But if he keeps on doing it and showing that kind of behavior, just because these are the ones that you may not want to block, but you can ban and just give him a timeout because he's just being a butt. Also, as a sweet disclaimer, please keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these men, some of them, not all of them, are coming on to see women like us, men, couples like us, whatever the case may be, and they're coming on, and some of these guys come on and talk. I don't know if I can say it right here at TikTok, just in case I put this over in TikTok, but they come on lifted. You get what I'm saying? They come on not closed in their right mind. They come on because they've been partying, right? That whole thing. They come on happy because they've been, with the happy grass, so to speak. That's what I call it. And so you never know really the mindset of what these guys are on. They come on drunk, and so you just kind of gauge where they're at. The other person that you want to stay clear of is obviously the beggar. The one that constantly begs, never tips. This is the same as the freeloader, but keep in mind, the freeloader sometimes can be quiet. Freeloaders are just sitting there, usually quiet, waiting for the other guy so they can get a free show, and they might say something, right? You don't notice them because as soon as the tips start coming in, they'll probably start talking, and then they'll feel like they can add their little 2 cents in, even though they haven't really added no sense to the conversation at all, right? Or to the show at all. But again, with beggars are just, they come in immediately begging, or they come in immediately just like really desperate, you know what I mean? You could spot them just like in real life. They're the guy who's the real jerk, basically. He's just coming in begging, stumbling all over the place, not reading the room, right? That's the type. If you want to, you can guide them as well. And the other type you definitely want to stay clear from is the absolute, what is it called? These are the ones that are, say, stand up. Again, not necessarily beggars, but they'll stand up, show me what you're working with, rudeness, anything along them lines. You always have the block button, right? But then you also want that person to be, what else types you can stay clear of? You can also stay clear of the guy that does pay. But if he's rude and he's an a-hole, and I don't know about any other woman, and I know we're just actresses and actors, but at the same token, yeah. As I sit in this industry, as long as I have, I command, not demand, but I command respect, right? And so, yes, y'all, even in the industry, you can do that. So therefore, even when a man has PAID, boy, my spelling is getting great. Thanks, TikTok. PAY'd me, even when he's done that. But if he's a jerk or he's an a-hole and he's taking me into a private, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. You don't think just because you've paid me that gives you the audacity and the authority to degrade me, because especially if I'm not the type of woman in the industry that's into degrading and humiliation and or taboo, right? And so since I am not that at all in the industry, it is a fair mention and important mention that I let my guys know. If anybody, thinks, okay, you're just going to pay me and now you feel like you can just talk to me in a kind of way, I'm not going to refund you, but you can kick rocks and we can try this again, or we cannot. That's the kind of attitude I take towards it. And for me, that's the type of guy that I'll stay away from. Now, not every woman's the same way. Some women are more so like, well, he did pay, or girl, it's just acting. Don't take it personal. Well, I like to sit the way I like to sit in the industry, and so I don't ever want not just a man to get too comfortable. I don't want to get too comfortable. I still have integrity. I still want to be a woman of my own integrity. So then, no, just because you paid me, tipped me, whatever you did, that doesn't give you the right to treat me like XYZ. And I just wish more women, yes, I'm sounding like I'm a feminist right now, more women would gravitate towards the idea of knowing and understanding not all money is good money. Now, if you could sleep well at night and that's your thing and you don't take it personal, that's good and great. But as for I just lost my lighting, you guys. I'm always losing my freaking lighting. But as for me, it is essential that I let a fella know that, hey, I don't tolerate disrespect, right? I don't tolerate it. So I will be back with more, you guys. There was one more that I was going to say, the guy that you want to stay away from. You want to stay away from the guy that wants to meet you in person. Unless, because most sites do not allow it, they do not tolerate it, but there are those guys that be like, hey, let me, how they try to bribe you, they try to get you to literally come off the site, share your personal information with them. And I often have had to tell men throughout the years, this is not an escort service, I don't meet up with anybody, this is not the kind of business, this is not what that is, right? This is my job, and my job stays here right here. This don't go no further than what you see right here, right? And so, but that's the type of guys you want to stay away from. Also, I think that I kind of somewhat covered it, you guys. I'm sure there's more, because there's always more, and sometimes these guys do surprise me. I'm like, whoa, I've been in this business so long, I never heard of that. That's never happened, but that's it, you guys. Those are the 5 or the 4 type of guys you want to stay clear of. And if you guys again have any questions, you guys can find me right here I'm trying to keep it with my 10 minutes. You guys can find me right here at YouTube, or you can find me on my TikTok. Bye for now. One love, kisses. You guys will hear me or see me in the next one. Bye for now. Now, how do I stop this screen recording? I think I'm just going to try to start my show. Start show. Let it cycle. I can turn on my light. I got to go turn on my light. And we're going to stop it. Bye for now, y'all. Kisses.